Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Hi, I hope you're all doing well. Time for another of our weekly Torah studies. We'll start, as always, by putting away the news, putting it off to the side for a moment. I'm going to put on one of my kippot. I'll put on this one today. Alright, I hope everyone had a really great Passover. Those of you who are able to join us for our online seders, I hope you enjoyed the experience as much as I did, as new as it was. So, again, we're going to read from our Tanakh, from our Hebrew Bible. We're actually going to read kind of a different sort of thing today, because this week's Torah portion is a Torah portion that I read from my Bar Mitzvah, which was 20 years ago. So, cool. It's a portion I've thought a lot about. It's kind of a weird one. I'll tell you in a second. First, we'll do our prayer. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. Words of Torah, by the way, so the Torah is a relatively short part of the Hebrew Testament, or the Jewish Bible, as some say. This is the whole Jewish Bible. This is the Torah. This is everything else. There's a lot more to it than the Torah. And when you read through the Torah, we read about a portion a week. You also read part of this, which is called the Haftorah. It sounds like half the Torah, but not. It's obviously much longer. I don't really know why it's called that. That would be interesting to find out. But my Torah portion, and our portion this week, is called Tazria and Metzorah. And fittingly, it is about a strange disease. But it's weird because it can infect people, but it can also infect clothing, and it can infect buildings, and we're not really sure what it's supposed to be. It used to be translated as leprosy, but since then we've kind of learned through reading the text closely, and doctors also have looked at it, said, nope, this isn't actually leprosy. This is something different. For one thing, leprosy doesn't, as I said, infect clothes or buildings. Anyway, so the portion is about that, and about what the disease looks like, and what to do if you get it or someone in the community gets it. And when I was 13, when I had my bar mitzvah, I thought this was really gross. I didn't want to do it, so I didn't do that. I looked at the Haftorah portion, which is about Tazria, Ta'ara. That's the word in Hebrew that gets translated as leprosy. Tazria is the Torah portion, but Ta'ara, the Haftorah portion, is about someone who has it. So rather than being about what the disease looks like, it's about someone who actually gets it. So I'm going to tell you that story. I'm actually not going to read it. I just wanted to have the page open. It is in this area. So, there's still a lot more of the Hebrew Bible to go, the Haftorah. Anyway, the guy named Naaman, and he's not Israelite. He's from a country called Aram, and he is a commander in their army. And he gets sick. He gets this Za'ara. And he has a slave from Israel because there have been wars and they captured some people. And this slave tells him, if you go to Israel and you talk to the prophet down there, they'll be able to help you. The prophet's name is Elisha, which sounds like Elijah, isn't, but is related. So there's Elijah, like Elijah's cup from Passover, which we just did. Elisha was one of his students. And so Elisha in the story is the prophet currently living and doing things in ancient Israel. So Naaman goes down to Elisha and says, "Hey, I have disease and I heard you could cure it, and that'd be great." And at first, people are kind of upset because they think that Naaman's trying to trick them and saying that he's sick when he's really not, and they're going to try to treat him, and so but it won't work because he's faking, and they're going to use this as a reason to attack Israel. So everyone's a little on edge about this, and Naaman's obviously on edge because he knows he's sick, and he just wants them help. So Elisha says, "Okay, well, you should go to the Jordan River and take a bath, and take another bath, and take another bath, and take another bath." And he says, "You should take a bath. You should take 7 baths," which is really easy. And Naaman does not like this. He gets really upset, and he goes back to where his people are camped out, and he starts yelling at them, and he's like, "This is outrageous. This is so terrible. I came to this prophet of God, and I expected him to do something really great and wonderful. Maybe he would like wave a hand and make the disease go away. But instead, all he says I have to do is go take a bath. Why did I even come here? I could go take a bath back home." And one of his servants says to him, "Well, okay, we get that, but if he had told you to do something really difficult, you would do it. So he's just asking you to go take a bath. That seems pretty easy. Why don't you just try that? And if it works, then cool. And if it doesn't work, then we'll deal with it. But it seems easy enough." So Naaman agrees. It's very easy to take a bath. So he goes to the Jordan River, takes a bath, takes another, takes another, takes another, does it 7 times, and then he's healed. So he goes back to Elisha. He's very grateful, and everything's fine. I think that portion relates a lot now to at least how I'm feeling about things nowadays, where we have this big health crisis and we have this strange disease. And what we're being asked to do, those of us who aren't, grocery store workers or truck drivers or medical professionals or, essential workers like that, we're being asked to stay home, which is really easy. It's not like where people are asking me, who isn't a doctor, to go to the hospital and help. I'm not being asked to go help stock the grocery store shelves, which is not a skill that I have because I've never done it. The thing that we're all being asked to do is pretty straightforward, but it's difficult because it's just so easy and simple and kind of boring. And recently I felt myself thinking that I'm doing something wrong, that I should be doing something else. And maybe you've been feeling that as well. But this story is a good reminder that sometimes the right thing to do is really easy and kind of feels dumb and weird. But that's the right thing to do. If someone asked me to go be a doctor, I would probably try to do that, kind of like how Naaman's servant said, if the prophet had told you to do something really difficult, you would try. You might fail at it, and it may not work, but you would try to do it because doing something hard is a challenge, and it feels good to engage with challenges. But that's not what the solution is. The solution is really easy. Staying home is not difficult. Staying home is something before all of this, it was kind of like a treat, like the weekend or a holiday, or taking vacation days if you have a job. But obviously, if you're supposed to stay home, then it's kind of weird and dull, and you don't want to do it as much, because it's not a special thing. It's just boring. Yeah. So, I wonder how you all feel about that, and if that clicks with any of you, and I think it's important just to remember that doing the right thing, even if it feels weird or strange, or if you don't like it sometimes, like I don't like it sometimes, that's okay. Maybe find someone to talk to about that, get those feelings out of you so you're not holding on to it and you don't start feeling resentful, but you still got to do it. I have some friends who I talk to sometimes when I'm really feeling stressed out or down about the situation. All right, so we're going to put on some Debbie Friedman, some Misha Berach. The Song of Healing, so you can think about someone in your life who is struggling with what's going on right now. Maybe, I hope not, you know some people who are actually sick. I know that I do. I know some people who are sick, and it's very difficult, but, this is a good time to think about them, or to think about yourself, or really just kind of anything else that's on your mind. Okay, so that's it for this week. If you have any questions, or if you want to talk more about this portion, feel free to email me at the Jewish Life email. And other than that, have a great weekend, and I will see you all next week. Bye.